This is so consistent at this point where, like, I don't know, I guess because of how the YouTube update works, I need to refresh the chat every time it freezes. Is it working now? Stuck in there. Oh, it's moving now. Alright, hi everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Freodore, designer of NIJISANJI EN's 11th unit by the beat. おはようございます。NIJISANJI EN 所属 by the beat のビジュアルセンスがこだわりのデザイナーフリオドールです。Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like ever since a certain update on YouTube or something, even if I have the chat screen ready, before I start, the moment I start, I need to refresh it manually. That's a little bit troublesome, isn't it? 多分最近からこれがきついたね。配信準備するときにチャットが普通に流れてるけど、配信開始したら急に止まるし、マニュアルでリスタートしないといけないね。But yeah, no. Regardless, hi everyone. Hello. Hope everyone's doing well today. みんな今日も元気ならよかったね。Hope everyone's doing well. Today is May 10th over here. And in a lot of places, today is Mother's Day for people in other time zones. It was yesterday. So I hope everyone has a lovely Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. And for people that experienced it yesterday, I hope you guys had a nice Mother's Day as well. そうですね、いろんな場所で、今日は、母さんの日ですね。もう日本でも経ったけど、みんなはいい母さんの日を過ごしたらよかったね。Thank you. It's very important to remember it. And I mean, this is something like people say you should be doing this every day, which is true, but I mean, it's good to have a day to spoil. To spoil or remember, appreciate your mother, you know, and if you're in a situation where you're unable to do that or you don't have someone like that, then that's completely okay as well. If perhaps you can use that day to appreciate someone to remember to appreciate someone that you appreciate very much, that you cherish very much, in that case. いや、そうですね。まあ、毎日なら、お母さんに感謝するのがもちろんだけど、まあ、特別な日があってもいいけどね。そして、まあ、いろんな状況があるし、多分、ちゃんとなんか祝いや過ごせない状況があるなら、じゃあ、なんか結構好きな人、感謝してる人を、その日で、感謝伝えて、もういいよね。お母さんだけじゃなくて。応援される優しい人とか。And in my case, I don't know if she's watching or not, but Komichi-sako-sama, as always, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the support since debut. I'm doing everything in my power to try and make you proud. So it's a little bit embarrassing, but yeah. そしてまあ今見てるってわからないけど、まあ小道さこさんはね、いつもありがとうございます。本当に感謝してます。お母様の誇りになるために毎日頑張ってます。 I think other than Mother's Day, yesterday was also Maid Day, right? メイドの日お母様がいるんだ。おはようございます。ありがとうございますね。Happy Mother's Day. She is there. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, it seems like it was also Maid Day, Meido no Hie. I don't know what you're supposed to do on Maid Day, but I hope everyone had a nice Maid Day as well. Appreciating maids, I guess. Very, very important day as well. Hope the maids and butlers and NIJISANJI were also appreciated. I think, yeah. そうですね。まあ、メイドの日だったね。メイドの日は何にするのはまあわからんけど、まあ、メイドに感謝するのがもういいけどね。Make sure to support Clara Senpai, Ellie Conifer Senpai, and Nez Senpai as well. For their hard work all year. そうですね、クララ先輩、エリ・コニファ先輩としてね、先輩に応援したらよかったね。だって毎日頑張ってるから。That was their day after all. What else happened yesterday or today? I mean, besides KCON, but maybe I can do that after. I can talk about that before. I mean, after I brew the coffee. そして、まあ、昨日もKCONが起こったね。まあ、多分コーヒーを入れる後で話せるけど、まあ、舞台楽しかったわ。The performances were pretty cool. So, with that being said, I am gonna introduce today's recipe. じゃあ、今日のレシピを紹介してみます。Here we go. こちらですね。Where's my mark? There you go. So, today's recipe is gonna be the recipe of the world Brewers champion of 2022. I said 2021 yesterday, but I was wrong. The world Brewers champion of 2022, Sherry Su. She has a recipe for the origami that seemed pretty interesting, so I wanted to give it a try. そうですね、今日のレシピはWorld's Brewer Championship の世界大会ののチャンピオン、2022年のチャンピオンのレシピですね。こちら。I believe she did not win the 2022 championship with this one, but she did use this recipe in 2021 as well when she was competing, so this is a recipe that she used when competing. このレシピで、このバリスタが勝ったではなかったけど、2021年でこのレシピでなんか大会で使ってたから、そして折り紙も使ってたし、使ってみようかなと思ってた。So, we're gonna be using the Origami Air M dripper. The recipe is a Sherry Sue's origami recipe. And we're gonna be using flat bottom filters, so the Kalita Wave 155 filters this time. She says it's a little bit easier to control the sweetness and the flow rate of the pour with these kind of filters, so we're gonna be doing that. And for the coffee, we're going to be using a coffee that I introduced before on the Black Honey Coffee Satsu, the Edwin Noreña Black Honey Sidra. by Enjoy Coffee Roasters. So it's not the winning recipe, but from the winner. Yeah, it's not the winning recipe, but it's the recipe from a champion. A champion made this recipe and adjusted it after winning the championship. So these coffees are from Colombia, and the process of black honey, carbonic maceration, anaerobic natural. I mean, not natural, just a black honey carbonic maceration. Lactic fermentation coffee. There you go. I explained a little bit more in depth about what this process entails in the black honey coffee Zatsu, if you guys are curious about that. But it's basically a honey processed coffee with lactic bacteria in order to enhance like sweetness and the fruity flavor notes. Which the notes are mango, peach, and lychee. Very tasty notes. More on the fruitier side more than anything else. And it's a light roast. This time the variables, the amount of beans and water we're using is a little bit different. We're going to be doing, for the first time in a while, 18 grams of beans instead of 15. And we're going to be doing 270 grams of water. So this is going to yield a little bit more coffee than usual. And I believe the recipe said to grind medium. And for me, I'm gonna be doing 53 clicks on the CP6. My usual is 55, which is already like on the medium coarse kind of side. But I don't want to go full medium and then maybe risk it being a little bit too bitter. So we're gonna be going with something safer and 53 clicks this time. But yeah, just whatever medium is good for you. And then feel free to adjust to your liking. And then as for the recipe, it's actually a pretty simple recipe. And that's why I was really attracted to it, because I like recipes involving not a lot of pours, which involves a 60-gram bloom, and then right away, 20 seconds later, it's going to be a circular pour until 140 grams. And then after a minute passes, we're going to be doing a center-only pour until 270 grams. I usually do not do center-only pours when I do my recipe, so I wonder how that's gonna affect the taste of the coffee. And then usually whenever I do a bloom, I wait at least 45 seconds to a minute. I don't do it right after 20 seconds. So that's that is pretty different compared to how I do things. Watching this while revising for my test today. How about you revised for your test instead of watching? We don't need to know that. Good luck at school, everyone. But yeah, I'm gonna briefly explain the recipe in Japanese. We'll see how it goes. でね、そうですね、まあ今日はシェリー・スーの世界大会チャンピオンシップので参加してたのレシピですね。このレシピで勝ったではなかったけど、まあ折り紙とレシピ作ってたから、じゃあチャンピオンからのレシピを気になってたね。今回はエドウィン・ノエルニア・ブラック・ハニー・スージャー、エンジョイ・カフィ・ロースターズの入れてみます。これは、品種はコロンビア、プロセスは、生成過程は、ブラックハニー、カーボニックマセレーションのラクティックフェメンテーションコーヒーですね。ブラックハニーの雑談で、このプロセスをちゃんと説明したから、気に入ったら、ぜひ、チェックしてみてくださいね。そして味わいは、マンゴー、ピーチとライチですね。マンゴー、桃、ライチ。焙煎は、浅入り。そして今回は割合はちょっと違うですね。豆は、18グラムで入れてみます。僕は普通に15グラムで入れてるけど、今回はこのレシピは18グラム使ってますね。そしてお湯は270グラム使ってます。93度で。レシピはミディアム低めで書いてたから、じゃあ僕は今回はCP6 ので53クリックでいきます。そして実は このレシピのステップが短いですね。多くない。なんか3番目しかないから本当に気になったね。僕がシンプルレシピが好きだから。最初は60g まで蒸らしして、後でなんか20秒後で140g まで注ぎます。そして1分で真ん中だけで 270g まで注ぎます。本当に僕のレシピより結構違うよね。だって蒸らしなら僕が普通になんか1分ぐらい待ってるから20秒だけ少しだけなんか短いと思うけど気になるよね。そして真ん中だけで注ぐのは僕はあまりしないから気になるわ。But yeah, pretty simple recipe. If you guys don't have the origami, but you guys have a Kalita wave or any kind of a flat bottom dripper, then you can use this recipe as well. そして折り紙持ってなかったらでもカリタウェーブとか持ってたらこのレシピでも入れてみますね。入れます。So with that being said, how about we start the ASMR section of the stream? じゃあ ASMR 始めましょうか。So quiet. Alright, let's start by heating up the water. じゃあお水を温めますね。You know, when I was getting ready for the stream, I went to the bathroom and I started hearing Gatita meowing really loud. And then I noticed that in the living room, Gatito had broken the window. He broke, or not the window, the spring on the window, and he was almost inside the house. And Gatita was going crazy. She was so mad. And I had to like tell him to go away. And yeah, no, while I was preparing the materials for this stream, she was staring at me angrily. It's the first time Gatito does something like that, like the spring. But it's okay, we already fixed it. I was just surprised he would do that. そうですね、今日は本当にびっくりしました。この配信を準備してた時に、お手洗いに行って、急になんかガティタちゃんの叫びを聞こえてたね。そしてなんかリビングルームに行って、ちょっとなんかガティトが窓のスクリーンを壊して、もうそろそろお家に入ってたけど、まあ、後で帰ったけど、準備してた時に本当にガティタが怒ってたわ。怒ってジロジロ見られてた。He wants to be a house cat? No, I don't think so. He loves being outside and like going to other places. I think he was just being chismoso. I don't think he wants to be a house cat. He loves being outside. And he has like his friends and stuff. Yeah, no, Gatita's so territorial, so imagine like... Imagine how she would feel. But anyways, that's the Gatito story of today. まあ今日のガティト話はこちらだったね。It's never boring with these two. この二人で全然つまらなくないよ。But you know, we fixed the window, so it's fine. もう窓を直したけどね。ガティトチーズもso nosy. So we're gonna be pouring until 18 grams this time. Sorry, we're back to the scheduled programming. まあ、コーヒーの話に戻りますね。10 18、18、18まで。18号、18グラムまで。18, 18. I normally never do 18. Yes. Alright. Now we're gonna... Oh, I forgot to change the setting on my microphone. I am so sorry. マイクの設定を変わらなかったね。There you go. Now you can hear my room a little bit better. もう部屋もっと聞こえるようになったね。There you go. Alright. We're gonna spray. Can you hear the birds? 鳥を聞こえるの? Thank you for the ambience. Thank you for the background noise. At least it's not the loud crow from last time. 前のなんかうるさいカラスじゃなくてよかったね。この前の。That crow was so loud, like wah, wah, the whole time. Birds chirping is much better than barking sausage dogs. Oh, for real. So we're gonna be setting the grinder to 53 clicks. じゃあ CP6 を53クリックまで設定しますね。So we're at 5. 53. Okay. Crows are cute too. I do like crows. Crows are pretty cute also. 確かにカラスも可愛いよね。Wait, did I? Let me grab one more bean. Yes. Alright, so we're gonna start grinding. じゃあ豆をひきます。And we are done. We are done. We are done. Done. Thank you, bird. That almost sounded like a notification. Like you got mail. Beep beep. あれはちょっとなんか通知の音見たかったね。This time because we were grinding finer than usual. It took a little bit longer to grind. 今回は少しだけもっと細引きで引いてたから前よりちょっと時間経ったね。Tweet congratulated you. speaking of this, of congratulating though, I mentioned this on X formerly Twitter, but thank you so much for the 200,000 views on 構想色 or iridescence. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the cover. まあ、祝いの話で、X でもポストしたけど、構想色20万再生ありがとうございます。本当に。ありがとうございます。Just so, we're gonna pour. I'm gonna move my microphone a little bit too. Not get in the way. We're gonna pour the beans onto the brewer. I mean the grinds. コーヒーの粉をフリッパーに入れますね。Congrats. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. ありがとう。Thank you, everyone. Gracias, gracias. Just gonna make sure the grinds are even. Okay. So, we are ready to start brewing. じゃあ、入れるのを準備してます。30 minutes later, but it's okay. It's about taking our time, right? It's alright to do it at our own pace. もう30分で入れるの始まるけど、まあ、こうゆっくりでもいいよね。コーヒーが自分のペースで一番だ。It's better to take. I think coffee is most enjoyable when you take, I don't know. Actually, I was gonna say coffee is most enjoyable when you take your time, but maybe when you're in a rush, when you really need that caffeine, it hits different. This does not work for me, but I guess depending on, for me, I like taking my time with it. So, we're heating up the water to 93 degrees. じゃあ、93度までお湯を温めますね。Usually, if it was for this bean, I would do 90 degrees instead of 93, but the recipe says 93, so that's what we're gonna do. でね、この豆もなんかハニーだから普通に90度で入れるけど、このレシピで93度って書いてたから、じゃあ93で入れてみますね。So, let's start. This recipe says that for the first two pours, we should be pouring in circles and around the rim of the filter. So that's what we're going to be doing, around the border or the rim of the filter, not in the center. このレシピで、3番目最初の2つ目のステップで、なんかフィルターのボーダで、なんかサークルみたいに、なんか注がないといけないって書いてもらってたから、じゃあ、そうやって注ぎますね。Alright, let's start. じゃあ始めましょうか。Until 60 grams. You can do it slowly. ゆっくりでもいい。And then right away, at 20 seconds, we're gonna do another circle pour until 140. じゃあまた140まで注ぎます。Now we wait until a minute. じゃあ今1分まで待ちますね。バニラナッツの香りするコーヒーを飲む？あんまりですね。I don't think I've had like a vanilla beans coffee recently. まあ最近はないね。Now for the last one, we're going to be pouring in the center slowly until 270. じゃあ最後の注ぐね。真ん中で270まで注ぎます。ゆっくりでもいい。Oh, and the center. If you have an airplane in the background, That will enhance the aromas. 外で、飛行機を聞こえたら、味わいはもっと強くなるよね。That's why I hired the airplane personally to like fly over at this step of the stream. だから、このステップで、外で飛ぶのを依頼してたね。Not by chance. Thank you, airplane. 計画通り。いやいやいやいや。All right. And the coffee is ready. じゃあ、コーヒーを準備しました。完成しました。We finished. So we're gonna arrange things here. Were the birds paid actors too? Yeah, totally. そうですね、鳥さんも俳優ですね。俳優ですね。Just putting things away. There you go. The birds rehearse know they're professionals. Alright, so let's give it a try. じゃあ。That's enough, airplane. I finished the coffee now. もういいよ。コーヒー入れたから。Alright. Alright, my glass can hold 270 grams of, or 270 milliliters of coffee, so I'm glad. Alright, so for anyone that has misophonia, I am gonna be slightly slurping the coffee in order to taste the flavor notes, but if you guys are sensitive to that, please do whatever is necessary. そうですね、まあ、飲む音苦手人に、少しだけうるさく飲むから、ちゃんと味わうために。だから、嫌なら注意しますね。Alright. So, いただきます。Provecho, gracias, gracias. Gracias, thank you, thank you. Alright, let's see. That is enough, I said. もういいだけど。Jeez. Alright, I'm gonna change my microphone settings. マイクの設定まあ普通に戻りますね。Look at the difference now. Alright. You know, I guess they wanted to like... They wanted to do... perform an excellent service that's beyond what I asked them to. なんか注文したことよりもっと、なんか注文したこと以上したかったね、飛行機さんが。 Or are they trying to steal the spotlight? Something like that, you know? スポットライトを奪いたかったか。This is interesting. Pretty interesting. Last time when I brewed this coffee, the body was pretty big and the flavors were quite strong. Like I could tell. The mango is the strongest flavor of this bean still. But regardless, it was like a very fruity, very nice drink. This time though, feels like the cup became significantly gentler. The mango flavor is still the strongest, but I feel like the acidity has been toned down. It leans more towards the sweeter side than the acidic side. The lychee taste is there, but it's not that strong. And then the peach, I think last time I said I could only tell it based on the aroma. And I agree. I think that still pertains. That still prevails in this brew. But it's quite a gentle cup this time. I personally like cups like this, so it's pretty nice. Last time, maybe because of the way I brew, but when I've been brewing this coffee, the taste has been pretty strong, pretty like straightforward in your mouth. But this time, it's a little bit more gentle. It's still pretty easy to tell it's mango, but it really became more of a gentle taste. そうですね、前より酸味が減ったけど、マンゴーの味はまだ一番強いよね。そしてボディはもう少しだけ軽くなった。いい感じだ。もっとなんか優しいな感じある。今までこの豆入れた時に結構なんか味が強くて、if the previous brews were like a mango explosion, this is kind of like a mango explosion. I don't know, something very light. It's still there, but it's kind of like pretty simple. It's there, but it's not offensive. It's not gonna bother anyone. It's just gonna be there. そうね、まあマンゴーの味ね、本当に強いけど、前なら結構強くてマンゴーエクスプローションみたいな感じだったけど、今もマンゴーエクスプローションって少しだけなんか静かになったね。もうシャイになったわ。It's kind of like if the mango got a little bit shy, a little bit self-conscious, and kind of like sit further in the back this time in the classroom, and then it's kind of like that. I don't know if this is a good analogy or not, but ちょっとなんか恥ずかしくなって、教室に少しだけなんか後ろになんか席に変わったみたいな感じね。シャイマンゴーやシャイ。こうやって伝わるかな、味が。I wonder if this is a good way of conveying. That's why like when people ask me, oh, would you go to a competition? Would you like to judge for a competition? And then I'm like, how I don't think I can describe the coffee that well. To participate, Like I'm in front of the judges. And like imagine a mango. but shy. then you'll get that sound effect, like, you need to leave kind of sound,なんか結構聞かれたことあるよねフリオがいつかコンクールで参加するつもりあるって。でもやっぱりコーヒーの説明とか入れるのがそんなに得くないよね。コンクールでこれは注してくれ。注してください。マンゴー、シャイマンゴーだ。帰れって言われちゃうよ。This is quite nice though. There's still a little bit of acidity at the end, but it's so gentle. Everything is so gentle about this. And I think because we're using the flat filters and the way these pours work, especially the center pour at the end, this is probably a super easy recipe to replicate. So, 今回は借りたウェーブのフィルター使ってて、そして注ぎのステップは結構注ぎやすいから、多分結構安定なレシピになりますね。特になんか真ん中の注ぎ。Maybe the even agitation from doing a short circular pour to leveling out with a center pour until finish muted how much is extracted so it's not as wrong. I think, yeah, it does help. In general, it's a way gentler style of pouring with less agitation, so it's gonna minimize the amount of extraction, You're in the right track. だって今回は、優しく注いでたから、抽出はそんなに強くないのね。I could probably recommend this recipe for beginners. 初心者にこのレシピをおすすめできるかな。The only thing is that I would probably maybe adjust it so that it's 15 grams and 240 grams of water instead. Just because I don't know, I like my 15-gram portions. まあ僕なら割合少しだけ調整するよね。So I would do maybe 240 if it's washed. 250. I would probably do something like this, and then maybe no, I mean just keep everything like this. こんな感じくらいかな? Or maybe 120, so it's 60, 120, and then 240. Like I would try something like this maybe in the future. まあ調子したらこれでやってみるかな後で。But I mean, the original recipe is pretty good. Oh. Okay, let's, yeah, there you go. まあけど、このレシピは結構いいよね。There are some times where this is gonna be really useful because there are times where I'm almost done with a bag of beans, but I don't have 15 grams, I have 18 grams, I have 20 grams. And I'm like, oh man, do I do my usual recipe and then, I don't know, have some leftover 3 grams that I don't know what I'm gonna use for? So maybe if I have leftover beans, I can use this recipe. 時々多分役に立つね。だって時々なんか豆をそろそろ割ってでも残る豆が 15g じゃなくて 18g とか 20g とかじゃあ普通の 15g で入れたら3g だけ残るから困るよね。Have you ever tried mixing different beans? Yeah, I do the campechano sometimes. Well, I'm like, oh, okay, let's finish all these beans. And then I grab like 3 bags of like beans that I have like only like 8 grams, 3 grams, 2 grams left. I combine them all into some kind of concoction that it's kind of like a wild card. It's like pressing random. And I don't know, sometimes it's been really good, sometimes it's been questionable. 時々、まあ、たまにこうするよね。残ってる豆は、いろんななんか袋を出して、だって、あの豆は、8グラムしか残ってない。3グラムしか残ってない。全部を混ぜて、コーヒーを入れてます。時々なんか結構、ランダムな経験だけど、時々美味しいだけど、時々は結構、まあ、言い回せではないになるよね。The Frio blend, but it's a blend of just whatever I have left. It's the Russian roulette blend. That sounds cool though. Una taza campechana, sí. ロシアルレッドのブレンドか。結構かっこいい名前だけど。You know, just imagine the buckshot roulette BGM while I'm brewing those coffees. でね、バックショットルーレットの BGM を聞きながら入れてみようかな。Maybe I should try brewing coffee with the buckshot roulette BGM. Maybe it's gonna enhance the experience. Brewing coffee with your life on the line. If you die in the coffee, you die in real life. Chill じゃないかも。全然ジルじゃないよ。時々なんかロックやメタルを聞くだけど。コーヒー入れるときに。Yeah, it definitely wouldn't be a chill experience, but I have brewed coffee while listening to rock or listening to metal, and it's quite fun. I like it sometimes. I don't know, imagine like... I don't know, it could kind of suit the vibe, you know? Just grabbing whatever beans I have left and then start playing In the End by Linkin Park. It starts with one thing, I don't know why, it doesn't even matter what beans I try. And then in the end, it doesn't even matter. It's just coffee at the end, right? I think it would suit the vibe of this experience. Linkin Park 聞いたら結構ぴったりですね。In the end なら。結局、コフィーだからね。It doesn't even matter. I do listen to Visual Kei also when brewing coffee. Quite often. 確かに BK はよく聞くよ。There's always, I don't know, after every now and then, some time passes and then I'm like, you know what, let's do this, and I just listen to the cassette while brewing coffee. そうですね。まあ、BK ならね、これはたまにいつ、よくなんか、ガセットに聞くよ。コーヒー入れるときに。Especially because Gazette has like some kind of slower pace songs that kind of suit the vibe. It's still like pretty rock or pretty metal-ish, but it suits it pretty fine. I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna listen to what's it called? What was the band called from the vocalist of Daring Gray? Sukekiyo. Yeah, Sukekiyo. I listened to Sukekiyo one day and then the other day it's like, okay. Hearts to hearts. Then the day after, you know, it's good to vary it up depending on the mood you're in when brewing the coffee. やっぱりなんか雰囲気によるよね。昨日はスケキをなんかビジュアル系入れるときに聞いてたら、じゃあ明日はまあ可愛い系 Hearts to Hearts を弾くとか。Breaking the habit when brewing coffee, that's perfect. I don't know if there's like some coffee roaster that wants to take that idea. It would be cool, you know, having like a full set of beans named after Linkin Park songs. That would be cool. In the end, and it's just a blend. Numb, and it's a dark roast. Breaking the habit into decaf. That would be pretty cool. なんかナイスアイディアじゃない？なんかリンキンパークの曲を元にしていろんななんか豆を打つとか。デカフなら Breaking the Habit。ブレンドなら In the End。深入りならNumb. Then instant coffee could be faint, because you're gonna faint by drinking it. Instant なら faint かな? I am a little bit of loneliness, a little bit of disregard, because you're disregarding the coffee by having it instant. It's perfect. Jojo の気配してた。してきた。Kinda like Jojo. Would Double Vision be a good coffee name? What kind of coffee would be Double Vision? Double Vision はな、どんなコーヒーになるのかな? Maybe I would say Double Vision would be either a medium roast or dark roast bean that you can drink for both pour over and espresso. Like one that suits both espresso and pour over. So then you have like the two ways of brewing it. So double vision ならコーヒーなら多分中入りや深入りかな。エスプレッソとハンドドリップで入れる。で、これ2相性豆かな。2つの方法があるから。 Double vision になるかな。Not physically having double vision. No, I don't think you should consume anything that makes you have double vision. Be safe. Be safe, take care of yourself. Good name for a roastery, double vision. Let's see. If a double vision was that, then what would satellite be? じゃあサテライトはどうかな? I don't know, I got a feeling. Say can you feel it, but I don't know what could it be? So I'm trying to not get my bias getting, because if it's my bias, I'll make everything a light roast, because that's what I like. But I think satellite does suit the light roast vibe though. But maybe not a floral one, but maybe like a fruity one. Maybe no shy mangoes, only explosive mangoes with satellite. そうですね、多分サテライトは多分シャイマンゴーじゃないかな。結構フルーティーなサイリかな。Satellite roast. Hey, that flows pretty well, right? 確かにね、サテライトローストか。Mango explosivo. You guys really like the explosivo phrase, huh? Mango but not manguito? Yeah, I guess. Manguito じゃなくてマンゴーかな。It was really fun to use around. Yeah, I think it's just because of the way, because explosivo is explosive, right? So if you say like it's berry mango explosive, it's berry boba explosive, then it sounds kind of like you're saying like a brand name almost. Oh, Lice of P, how I miss you. Lice of P, yeah, 楽しかったね、本当に。Lice of P was so fun. That was also when I first read you got this as yogurt, I think. That was the beginning of yogurt. 確かに、ライスピーやった時に、YGT you got this は僕が間違って、勘違って、yogurt 読んでたね。Like, what does yogurt have to do with anything? But... Yogurt. I haven't had yogurt in forever. 久しぶりにヨーグルト食べないよな。美味しいけど。I love frozen yogurt. なんかフローゼンヨーグルトが好き。Especially when it's like blueberry or raspberry. I just like raspberry a lot. Do you like Greek yogurt? Yeah, I do. Greek yogurt's so good. And yogurt drinks, sometimes I put yogurt in my milkshakes. Like a banana shake with yogurt, oatmeal, honey. It has a nice taste. Blueberries. Hmm. なんかグリークヨーグルトも美味しいよね。I don't know. I feel like depending on what you put in it, Greek yogurt can be just as nice as ice cream, or sometimes even combined. Because the thing that yogurt has that ice cream doesn't have is like that little sourness. That I personally really like, that acidity. 時々なんかアイスクリームは持ってないじゃあヨーグルトがあるから、あの酸味が好きやね。Sometimes I crave yogurt more than ice cream. Have you ever had acai, like the fruit, in the bowls? アサイボウルに、まあ人気ですね。Speaking of which, have you guys ever had I remember because of the mangoes. This is becoming another food Zatsu. Sorry. If you guys haven't eaten yet, please eat something soon. Provecho, everyone. まあもう飯テロになってるよね。すいませんでした。まあご飯食べてない人にすぐに何か食べてくれたらいいよね。みんな。I hope everyone has nice meals today. If you guys can have some mangoes, then maybe have some mangoes. 機会あるならマンゴーぜひ。But yeah, have you guys had those like dried mangoes as a snack, but spicy? I really like those spicy dried mangoes. なんかドライマンゴー食べたことあるの？本当に好きだわ。なんか辛いのやつね。Let's see. This is not branded, so I can probably show it. これはブランドじゃないから多分見せるのも大丈夫かな？ Like these? These are so good. They're so addicting. これは本当に美味しいよ。全然食べるのたまらない。I cannot stop eating them once I start because they're so good. Yeah, they're like sour and spicy. なんか辛くて酸っぱいだ。But the consistency is that of like a fruit. It's soft. It's not like a chip. なんか食感がチップみたいではないよね。なんか柔らかいよね。ドライフルーツだから。I think, I don't know, it depends on the place, but I think Costco sells them, so maybe you can find them. 場所によるけど、多分コストコで売ってるかな？ Does it have a name? It's probably like spicy dried mango. Manguitos enchilados in Spanish. I don't know. Maybe it's also Latin America putting spicy on everything, but is it so spicy? It depends. There's some that are not spicy at all, and then there are some, especially like local ones. When I've tried from like local small places, then they are significantly spicier and they're really nice. It is a Costco chili mango. Oh, I see. Costco で売ってるんだ。美味しいよ、おすすめだ。If you guys like spicy and sour snacks, I recommend this. これはおすすめだ。 なんか辛くてスパイお菓子好きなら。Is it crunchy? No, it's soft. It's kind of, it's, I don't know if you've ever tried like dried mangoes without the spicy. But it's pretty soft. How spicy are we talking about? I don't know. For me, I can say, it's not spicy at all, but then people will be like, free out. You said it wasn't spicy. So I don't know. People usually, where I'm from, people say that you shouldn't trust whether something is spicy or not. まあ僕は全然に辛くないと思うけど、他人がフリーが辛くないって言ってたのにってよく言われるから、多分僕の終身から信頼できないかもね。For me, it's not spicy at all, though. It's just nice. 個人的に辛くないけど。Do you adjust your snacks or desserts depending on the coffee that you're brewing? Yeah. Or sometimes the other way around. If I have a snack or dessert, then I'm like, maybe what coffee should I pair with this? And that's how I do it. But I don't think I would, usually spicy snacks, I don't combine with coffee though. So the thing is like, spicy is nice, and even if it's not too spicy though, the taste lingers too much in your mouth. So I feel like it completely overshadows any of the qualities of a coffee. I don't usually combine coffee with spicy food at all, or even spicy snacks. Yo, そうですね。辛いお菓子や食べ物なら全然コーヒーと混ぜないよね。だってまあ辛いレベルに関係なくて、辛いお菓子なら辛い味が残るから、辛さが残るから、コーヒーの味はもうちゃんと味わえなくなるし、もうあんまり混ぜないよね。Yeah, no. Do any of you guys combine coffee with spicy food? I think it's like a weird combination even for me. But I mean, I don't judge. Stomach weak. That's understandable. Habanero いけるんや。まあ、ハバネロは、まあ、辛いけど、いけるよね。僕が好き。ハバネロは全然辛くないって言えないけど。他の人に。You know, I can eat habanero, especially the sauces, right? Maybe the pepper's a little bit spicy, but I can eat habaneros. I really like habaneros, but I wouldn't say habanero's not spicy at all. Maybe it's not that spicy for me, but I understand that for other people it's gonna be spicy, so. Yeah, no, even I have my levels of being reasonable. Not on purpose, but if you drink coffee throughout the day and end up having something spicy, it happens. Yeah, I mean, that's different, right? If you were already drinking coffee before, but you didn't, like, plan the combination. The ones that are not spicy at all are jalapenos for me. Jalapenos are just... 個人的になんか全然辛くないのはハラペニョですね。It changes the flavor, but it's not spicy to me. Do you normally have spicy food in your daily meals? It depends. Spicy food before streaming or before recording is not very good for me. It makes it harder for me to record, so I usually have spicy food on free days or after I'm finished streaming or recording for the day. まあ個人的になんか日常で辛い食べ物食べないよね。だって録音や配信する前に辛い食べ物食べたらちょっとだけまあ喉に少しだけ大変になるから。配信や活動する前に大変ないよね。I'll be like clearing my throat the whole time. What's your favorite combo with jalapenos? You know, I don't eat jalapenos that much, but if it's cut into really small pieces with nachos, it's pretty nice, like nacho cheese. So you do feel the pain? More than the pain, it's kind of like a stuffy feeling in your throat, you know? Where it's kind of like it makes me want to clear up my throat more often. This also happens with really greasy food. So I usually avoid those also before stream. But I mean, even for spicy food that I enjoy, I do feel the spicy. I just enjoy it. Hot man stomach problems. I don't think I'll ever address myself as a hot man. I don't know, it's kind of lame if you say something like that to yourself, right? I don't know. It's kind of like, who does he think he is? Shout out to all the hot people with stomach problems, though. You're doing great. Hang in there. Stomach problem baddies. Hang in there, everyone. Hope everyone feels better soon. This is the first time I say baddies on stream. I don't know, maybe my senpai's influences and have been sticking on to. 初めてバディーズって言ったかな？先輩の影響かな？ What is happening to me? Oh no. Nel stream de ayer, no. Not yesterday's stream. You know what? After yesterday, I was like, oh man, all these losses. I'm gonna play a game after the stream. And then I lost also. So I was like, and then just close the game. そうですね、まあ昨日の後で結構負けてたけど、まあ後で、じゃあいい回でランクしてみようかなと思ってた。でも、一瞬負けて、 そっか。じゃあ、やめようかって。Great timing to sing Baddie by Ive. I forgot the lyrics for that. I'm a baddie, but No. No worries, no worries. I think I am. I'm already rooted enough to know my to not change drastically. I think, especially after like 1 year, right? There's some influences with words and stuff, but I mean, I doubt that I'll be changing much. I just think sometimes senpais have a really funny way of expressing themselves. So it sticks, you know. Not just senpai, sometimes like by the beat I've gotten some phrases from them also. But that's pretty normal, right? Like, depending on the people you surround yourself with, you will get phrases from them. What I wonder though is, has anyone gotten a phrase from me? Because maybe I've gotten phrases from like by the beat and from senpais, but has anyone said something that I usually say? I wonder. Provecho for sure. Yadmo. Cochino? Which senpai says cochino? Chamuco? Which senpai says chamuco? I mean, usually it's like what for example, chamuco is like when they're like repeating what I said on the repo stream, right? The chamuco's right there. That phrase, you know. Oh yeah, I was talking about like both by the beat or senpais. Oh yeah, no, for you guys, you definitely picked up a lot of words. That one I don't even have to ask. I can see the influence right there. Thank you for learning a lot. Oh, by the beat also works. I guess it's true. I think Calyx does mention Iadmo every now and then. Benta senpai uses venganza. Has he used it when I'm not around though? That would be funny. Ah, that's cool. That, you know, I see. I didn't know that, but you know, it's a nice feeling. It's like, oh, my influence. They remember, especially because it's my own language, right? It's my first language. So it's kind of, they're learning my language. Yeah, sure, they learned revenge, but it's my language, my influence. Of course, he would say it in the Silent Hill live stream. I see. Thank you for informing me. そうなんだ。まあ、僕が結構、周りの人いたら、結構なんか絡んだらよく使う言葉をなんか引きますよね。だから逆にあるかな、僕のよく使う言葉が先輩たちや同期たちも使えるようになったかな。今はさっき言ったね、ベンタ先輩がよくベンガンザって言われてもらったから、教えてもらったから嬉しいけど、だって自分の母国語だからね。ちょっと嬉しいね。まあ復習だけど。influencer In Frio answer. Homework games is also popular. I'm glad people acknowledge them for what they are and have fun with them with acknowledging how they are or what they are. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Homework games. Frio doesn't like homework games, and that is right. I don't know, it ends up feeling like a chore. I know it's like super fun for a lot of people. I think it's been fun watching Tomodachi live. Like people stream it. But I see people playing it and I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't enjoy playing this. Watching like some of the clips is funny, but I wouldn't enjoy playing it myself. そうですね、確かになんか友達コレクションとかよくなんか配信や切り抜きを見るのが楽しいけど、見るたびに僕が思うよね。僕なら全然無理かも。Tomodachi life. It's been interesting seeing like all the senpais and genmates interpretation of like every single liver, you know? Because I mean, some of them are really different from each other, but I think we can all agree that like when we see them, they're all like we can understand why they look like that. It's like, oh yeah, that's definitely Frio. And they're all different. Maybe different kinds of Frios. But into the Frioverse, you know. そうですね。まあ友達コレクションの配信見るのみんながいろんなミーを作っててみんながフリオだけど結構違うから本当に面白いね。なんかみんなの印象に乗って変わるけど全人はまだフリオでわかるから面白いですね。フリオバースだ。You prefer to have coffee with milk or black coffee? I only drink black coffee now. The only time I consume milk nowadays is for cereal and it's oat milk. I don't really have the need to consume milk anymore. Not that I dislike it or anything, I like it, but I just prefer coffee or water or anything else. Do you have a favorite interpretation of yourself? No, I don't like the idea of like choosing one over the others. I think everyone chose to make me based on their impression, and I think all of them have like an equal value to them. フリオの選ぶゲームは私は知らないの多いから新鮮で面白いです。よかったですね。Thank you. Do you have dairy products or not anymore? I have cheese. I like cheese. Sometimes I have like yogurt also. Like, I'm not avoiding anything in general. I just haven't had it. うんうんうんうん。ホラーゲームのチョイスは毎回面白くて好きで。よかったね。Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying the horror games and like the weird little games that I find. Also. I think I've asked this before, but I kind of want to ask again now that we have played more games, but like, out of the horror games that I played, which one do you guys find the most interesting, or which ones do you guys like the most? もう前聞いたことあるけど、まあ今もういろんなホラーゲームやったことあるし、今までどのゲームが一番気に入ったの？どのゲームが一番面白かったの？ Personally, among the indie games, I really liked Eclipsium, Phantom Betula, No Prayers Online, yeah. Wasteland Bites was fun also. I really liked White Knuckle, that one was really fun. Silent Hill is kind of like, it's not indie, so I put in like a separate category like Silent Hill and Resident Evil. But Silent Hill F was a really fun time. I agree. White Knuckle, I hope it comes back. I'm sure it will be coming back eventually. The first and last drawing stream. Yeah, indeed, that's a horror game, right? スーパーのやつは初めての You guys know, like, Night of the Consumer is a supermarket horror game. I played that game exactly 1 year ago. I played that game today, last year. Because I remember because it was Mother's Day. 実はスーパーマーケットのゲームね。実は1年前、今日でやってたね。覚えてるけど、だってお母さんの日でやってたって覚えてるわ。もう1年経ったね。It's officially 1 year since my first jump scare. That's crazy. なんか最初のジャンプスケアから1年経ったね。It feels like yesterday for real. It really does. I think, I don't know. I think over time though, because even back when I played Deformed, back when I played Night of the Consumers, I was still not as used as playing horror games. So, すごいちょっとありがとうございます。So I feel like I was a little bit more susceptible to be scared. But now, I don't know, I feel like I've grown very comfortable with horror games. At least with the ones I play. Like before, I was like a little bit hesitant when I was going to play. Am I gonna play Deformed? But oh man, it seems scary though. I kind of hesitated. Oh, Silent Hill F? What if I find it scary? But now I'm like, oh, horror game? Okay, let's do it. Now it's not that bad. So I feel like my tolerance, my strength when it comes to horror kind of increased. そうですね。まあ、最初ね、ホラーゲームやった時に、まあ、そんなに経験なかったから、少しだけなんか、緊張感があったね。でも、少しだけね、慣れてて、まあ今もう全然心配しないよね。ホラーゲーなら、まあ、いけると思う。 What if there's another golf horror game in the future? Golf. I mean, why not, right? So, why not? We did it with both times, so why couldn't we do it a third time? I just need some time to rest, but we can do it, we can do it. まあゴルフならいけるよね。もう2回やったことあるし、3回もいける全然。You're on your way to becoming fearless? I'm fearless. A playlist dedicated to just horror games. Golf horror games. That's crazy. I don't even like have strong feelings towards golf. Ah, yeah, true. Cling to Blindness was really fun. 確かにね、Cling to Blindness なんか本当に面白かったね。Kind of remembered because of the word fearless, but I'm kind of excited for the next Le Seraphim song. I really like Celebration, but I'm also looking forward to the preview of it's Pumbala. It sounds interesting. それちょっとありがとうございます。Pumbala, eh. Pumbala, eh. I'm very curious about it. Le Seraphim の新曲楽しみしてるよね。諸君です。いらっしゃい。Welcome. Do you like Easy? Yeah, I do. I like Le Seraphim a lot. It's Me? Yeah, I also liked It's Me. I liked it more than I thought I would. My horror tolerance has went up from watching your indie horror game streams. That's good. I'm glad I'm able to help in some way or another. And the games I choose aren't super scary either, so it's a good way of easing up into it, you know? Has grown on me because of you. I feel like the song, both It's Me and Celebration are kind of like growers. At first it's like, but then I don't know. There's something addicting to it. For It's Me, I really like the choreography, and that made me enjoy it a lot more, and especially how the girls convey their expression when singing and dancing. They're all really good, so. Are there any horror games that we want to try in the future? Yeah, of course. But I'll be revealing them as they shall. Yumeki cooked. He really did. But yeah, I guess since we're turning into like K-pop, then I can talk about K-Con, right? Yesterday, K-Con Japan happened, and it was really nice seeing the groups perform. The trainees from Produce 101 Japan, Shin Sekai, were there doing the theme song. And a lot of groups that came out of Voice Planet too were participating. It was nice seeing everyone again, like Alpha Drive 1, Modisei, Flare U. It was really cool. I was mostly looking forward to Modisei's performances. And I think Alpha Drive 1 collabed with JO1. That was super cool. Hajimete haishin irashai. Thoughts on Flare U? I think both Libu and Woojin have improved a lot. I mean, they haven't debuted yet. They'll be debuting soon, but the joint performance with Modisei, I feel like because Libu and Woojin were already good at singing, right? And dancing. But I feel like their stage presence has really improved. It's been really nice seeing them. そうですね。まあ、昨日の舞台は本当に素晴らしかったね。モディセイ、Flare U Alpha Drive 1の舞台が特に楽しみしてたわ。まあ、ボイプラからのグループだからね。Modesty Flare U stage. That was cool. I liked it. I respect groups that do Mr. Taxi in Plane 2026. まあ、Mr. Taxi してたね。Girl Generation の Modesty と Flare U。本当に、未だにやってるのがいいと思う。I think back when Protos 101 Japan Season 2 ended and INI debuted it, they also did Mr. Taxi in a variety show in Japan, and it was really cool. It was really cool seeing their interpretation of it. そうね、まだ覚えてるよね。日プシーズン2の後で INI も Mr. Taxi を舞台してたね。かっこよかったわ。When did I start listening to K-pop? I started listening to K-pop around the first boy group that I ever listened to and that I liked was GOT7. I really liked If You Do, or If You Do. And but I wasn't following K-pop as much. I liked some of the girl groups though. I liked Twice. I liked G-Friend. I liked Dia. But I wasn't like super into K-pop then. I got into K-pop with ICE One actually. ICE One was the group that got me really into K-pop, and then I think around the release of Violeta was when I discovered them. And after that, I got really into K-pop. And then after I first watched Pros 101 Japan Season 1 as it aired, when it first came out, I got really into boy groups. Because I feel like I like girl groups a lot, but when it comes to boy groups, I can project myself more into boy groups, right, as a guy myself. So it's kind of like, especially seeing in the survival show environment where they're like working hard and struggling and they have their worries. It kind of made me relate to a lot of things. So I don't know, I grew really into it, and then I started getting more interested in boy groups as well. But I originally listened to only girl groups. And GOT7. So yeah, that's how I got into K-pop. そうですね、K-pop にハマった時にね、初めての好きな男性グループは、GOT7 だったけど、そんなに寄ってなかったね。でも、多分、ビオレッタ出た時ぐらいかな。アイス1にハマったね。その時から、K-POP を好きになったけど、ニンチプーシーズン1から、男性グループも気になったね。だって、サバイバル番組の経験とか、心配とか、大変なこととか、みんなが夢を叶うために頑張ってるのを練習したら、本当になんか感動して、好きになりましたね。やっぱり。 だから今も男性グループと女性グループが好きだわ。I'm really looking forward for Ahov to make a comeback. I really enjoyed Universe League. I think out of like the survival shows that happened last year, or not last year, 2 years ago, Universe League was probably my favorite. When it comes to, I still listen to the original songs and I think the lineup is super cool, so I really wanna listen to Ahov's next song. I hope they release one soon. そうですね、まあ、アホフのグループね、新しい曲をすぐに出てくれたらいいよね。本当に楽しみにしてるわ。Universe League が結構好きだったから。Do we count Cat's Eye as K-pop? I think they don't brand themselves as K-pop, so... Frio's a fan of NMIX? I love NMIX, yeah. I really like NMIX. Especially Haewon. Haewon's personality and looks I really like. I think in general, like, NMIX has such charismatic personalities. They're really funny. I haven't watched N-Team's Cake on Stage yet. I'll check that out later. Son chilenas de corazón. Sí, es cierto que estuvieron en una de esas, ¿cómo se llama? El concierto de Viña. No sé, pero es uno muy importante en Chile, ¿no? Do you like Vocalids? Yeah, of course. Of course. Oh, I see Gatito walking down. I see Gatito walking towards... I see Gatito walking towards the house. Gatito, kiteru yo. He's probably gonna go to the front door and ask for food or something. 多分後で餌をあげてって聞いちゃおうかな。I think Gatita's asleep right now, so I gotta take advantage of that. 今、ガティタが寝てるから。ラッキーだわ。I'm lucky. Gatito cheats sometimes though. He will eat already, but then he wants to give his friends food, so he asks for food. And he saves it for his friends, his little followers. Because he has like his brotherhood of other cats that he gets along with. And sometimes like he asks for food for them and then he gives it to them. It's like, you already ate though. 今日そうですよね。時々なんかガティトがチッとするよ。もうご飯食べたけど、時々なんか友達仲間に、餌を聞いてくるわ。なんか後で、餌をシェアするよ。 he doesn't allow every cat though. He has like his friends and he has like his enemies, because if some other cats that he doesn't like or he doesn't know come near the house, he'll scare them away. He'll get like really scary to them. But if it's his friends, then it's okay. でもただ仲間だけにシェアするよね。だって時々なんか知り合いじゃない猫ちゃんが来たらガティトも怒るよ。消えろって言ってる。でも仲間なら大丈夫だ。ほら。ご飯だって。It's really interesting how like smart and coordinated cats are, huh? 本当になんかすごいよね。猫ちゃんがなんていうの、賢い。Were you ever into warrior cats? I have no idea what those are. I wonder if people would be interested in something like that. Maybe like a Yakuza game, but instead of like humans, you play as cats. And it's kind of like a cat group story. 多分もっと人気になるかな。龍が如くみたいなゲームだけど、人間じゃなくて、なんか猫ちゃんのストーリーになる。多分面白そうかな。Meowkusa? I mean, maybe. But anyways, guys, I think this is gonna be where I'm gonna be ending the stream for today. Thank you so much for the multiple conversations, from like dried mangoes to horror games to words to K-pop and cats. Thank you very much. Hope everyone has a nice rest of your day, nice Mother's Day as well to everyone celebrating. Hope everyone takes care, okay? まあ、そろそろ終了させていただきますね。みんないろんな話をありがとうございます。配信に来てくださってありがとうございます。そして今日も良い過ごしてね。折り紙買ったら試してみたいレシピでした。ぜひ、おすすめです。折り紙は本当になんかすごいドリッパだ。いろんなフィルター使ってるからね。If anyone still doesn't have a dripper and is really curious about one and doesn't want to get the Switch, very much recommended the Origami because of the versatility. I very much recommend the Origami RM because of the versatility. It lets you use different filters, flat bottom filters, conical filters. It's recommended. Frio, slow down. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna be reading the super chats, okay? Yeah. Super chat を読ませていただきます。Meaver, thanks so much for the super chat. Thank you very much. Super Secret, thank you very much. Lexis Matcha, thanks so much for the super chat. Thank you very much. Good luck with your finals. Thank you, thank you. レモンクリームさん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。こちらこそ、今朝もありがとうございます。銀さん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。 シャイマンゴー美味しかったわ。ありがとうございます。アーニャさん、赤スーパーありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。Akaivara, thanks so much for a super chat. Thank you very much. Otsu, thanks so much for watching the archives. Very much appreciate it. Thank you very much. ペピさん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。まあ、ガティトとガティッタちゃんがいるから全然つまらない日がないよね。You know, there's really no boring days with Gatito and Gatita around. 福さん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。Thank you very much for a super chat. Likewise, thanks so much for listening to Cool Social Crew or Iridescence. And I'm glad you enjoyed today's stream as well. Thank you very much. DMCs, thanks so much for a super chat. 谢谢你。Yeah, I'll make sure Gatito and his friends maybe are well fed today also. Thank you very much. あゆちゃん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。僕のおかつでなんかいい影響になるならよかったね。ありがとうございます。本当に。みんな元気にしてね。リンゴさん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。今週も頑張りましょうね。メガシクネさん、Thank you so much for a super chat. Thank you very much. Nuclear, thank you so much for a super chat. 감사합니다. Thanks so much for waking up for the streams. Thank you. Appreciate it. ひめちゃん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。頑張りましょうね。And XC, thank you so much for a super chat. Terima kasih. Thank you very much. Prequel Child, thank you so much for a super sticker. Thank you very much. Also, I believe the next weekend is Niji Fest, right? I believe Niji Fest is coming soon, so anyone that's like gonna be watching the streamings or attending the event, I hope you guys have a lot of fun. Anyone that I'll be meeting in the audiovisual room as well, I'll be under your care. I'm very excited. It's my first Niji Fest. そうですね、週末にNiji Festが行いますね。本当に楽しみにしてます。だってこれは僕の初めてのNiji Fest。なんかイベントに行く人、そしてストリーミング見る人、ぜひエンジョイしてね。そして視聴覚室で会える人、本当によろしくお願いします。Warfroach, thanks so much for super chat. Salamat po. Thank you very much. Yeah, of course, feel free to check out the recipe. I hope gives a nice result for you. Thank you very much. もんちゃさん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。Thank you very much. Yin Ye, thank you so much for super chat. 谢谢你. Thank you very much. 玄米さん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。BK 流れる喫茶店。まあ、いい感じですね。絶対にいい雰囲気になると思う。いい雰囲気。ありがとうございます。スーパーチャットね。Alright. I'll see you guys next week or depending on the time zone later this week. I don't really have much to spoil because I need to get my plan sorted out, especially with Niji Fest in mind. So, yeah, I look forward to the schedule though. I definitely want to continue playing some more Pragmata, but we'll see. そうですね、まあ、今週のネタバレがあまりないけど、まあ、二次フェスに加入して、いろいろ比較しますね。 プラグマタを続きたいけど。Alright. So with that being said, I'm gonna be ending here. じゃあ、というわけでここで終了させていただきます。元気にしてね、みんな。Everyone take care. We'll see you. Cuídense mucho, nos vemos, chicos. Bye bye. And remember, you don't have to always be an explosive mango. It's okay to be a shy mango sometimes. みんな覚えてね。時々なんか爆発するマンゴーをしなくてもいいよね。時々シャイマンゴーでも大丈夫だ。Be the mango you wanna be. なりたいマンゴーになれ。